Yo, what's going on with y'all today? Today I got another video for y'all. Today I want to talk about the importance of maturity, recognizing whether or not you are mature, and recognizing whether or not the person that you are with is mature. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. So I think maturity is based on not only what you can do out in the world and whether or not you can get things done. You know, you can get up and go to work every morning. Handle situations, stuff like that. But what I'm talking about is emotional maturity. Emotional maturity is very, very important when it comes to dealing with people. That's how you get people to respect you and to admire you as a person. So maturity is not only based on those things that I just mentioned, but maturity is based on whether or not you take responsibility for everything that happens to you in life. Now, life is going to bring a lot of different things at you. And a lot of times we tend to blame outward things on what happens to us in our lives. You may be hurt. You may blame it on the other person. You may get into an argument with somebody, blame everything on them, or do this or do that. You know, just blaming everything but yourself. But you have to take responsibility for everything that happens in your life. Sometimes even when it's not really your fault, you know. And what I mean by that is you may get in an argument with somebody, be arguing with somebody that you ain't got no business arguing with over something that really doesn't matter. In that moment, you have to tell yourself, you know what? I probably shouldn't have been arguing with that person. It was really over nothing. It was pointless. It really didn't matter. That's my fault. I shouldn't have, that's on me. I shouldn't have did that. And I'm not saying you have to tell that person. If it's necessary, then yes. But after you come out of that situation, you have to make that apparent to yourself more than anything. That's with any situation in life. If you miss out on something, if you mess up, own up to it, own up to yourself. I'm not saying you always have to admit it to them. It would be greatly appreciated, but always admit it to yourself, you know, no matter what. Admit what you were wrong about, because it'll give you more control over your life, and it shows people that you are at least an honest, respectable person. You'll feel a lot more empowered than just blaming external things. That's when you feel like that the world is coming down on you. That's when you make it feel like that everything is everybody else's fault, because it's not. You know, there's a lot of situations in life that you can avoid. You choose who you hang out with, you know, you choose what to eat and stuff like that. You know, you make so many life choices. You have to take responsibility for something. You can't say, oh, I'm eating bad because every time I go by my house, like so many fast food restaurants around my house, it's kind of hard to resist it. You know, that's another form of kind of like denial. And you have to really take responsibility for everything. And it's not a self-hate thing. It's not like a low self-esteem thing. It's not that at all. But once you adopt this personality trait, you'll feel a lot more in control in your life, and it will make you a lot more confident. And not only that, but you don't really have to question yourself whether or not you tried your best. You know, a lot of times we can feel like that a little bit guilty sometimes when certain things are thrown our way and we blame something else, when kind of deep down you might have like a pit in your stomach about like, I just feel like I just didn't have control over that situation. It was just so frustrating. It was so angering. But once you admit to yourself that you shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place, you could have avoided it. Now you're like, okay, like I'm at peace with it now. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gain control of your life. And it's the same thing when you're with another person. When you're with a person and you present them a problem, now it has to be a reasonable problem. It can't be anything crazy, you know what I'm saying? It can't be nothing like it's obviously like stupid. It can't be an argument over something. It really doesn't matter, you know? When you're with somebody, you know, you come to them with something like, hey, I just feel like this kind of like made me uncomfortable what you did or whatever. And just pay attention to whether or not they own up to it and they're mature about it, or they're defensive. If you ever wondered whether or not somebody's emotionally mature, you know, pay attention to that. Do they own up to it? Do they take your feelings into account? you know, not only do you have to take their feelings into account, but they got to take yours. So it shouldn't be one-sided, you know, it's basically like what I'm saying. So if you want to know if you're gonna work out with somebody, that's one of the biggest like things that you have to look at. So you don't waste your time or whatever with that person or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Maturity. That's pretty much all I got to say about that for now. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and support the channel. I'm trying to make daily uploads from now on because my days look different now, so I have a lot more time. I reorganized my days in the past weekend, so I should see daily uploads from now on, and I'll try to record videos whenever I can. So yeah, hopefully I can go on a long streak. So yeah, but yeah, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It's Slim and Chill.